Did you know that there are 4 ways in which the office of the President of the Republic of Kenya can be declared vacant? Number 1, if he or she dies. The second circumstance is if he resigns. And this happens when he writes a resignation letter to the Speaker of the National Assembly. We have definitely not seen this in Kenya so far, but we've seen this in other countries, like in Hungary, where their president, Caitlin Novak, recently resigned over a decision to pardon a man who was jailed for covering up a sexual abuse case. USA President Richard Nixon resigned in 1974, and this was quite a scandal over the Watergate scandal. This is where burglars who broke into the Democratic National Committee office that was located at Watergate, hence the name, were linked to him later on when he was in office. So the burglars broke in when during campaigns. Italian President Giovanni Leone, this is quite interesting, he resigned in 1978 over corruption charges. So the third reason, or the third circumstance, is when the president is declared physically or mentally incapacitated to perform the functions of that office. So how does this happen? Article 144. If a member of the National Assembly, supported by at least a quarter of all members, moves a motion for the investigation of the president's physical or mental capacity, if this motion is supported by a majority of all the members of the National Assembly, a majority notes, the Speaker informs the Chief Justice within 2 days. The president then is allowed to continue performing the functions of his office pending the findings of this resolution. So within 7 days, the Chief Justice is mandated to appoint a tribunal consisting of number 1, 3 medical doctors, number 2, an advocate of the High Court of Kenya, and the third person being a person nominated by the president. So the Constitution acknowledges that the president may not be in a position to nominate someone, right? So if this is the case, then this person who's supposed to be nominated by the president can also be nominated by either his relatives or a friend. The tribunal looks into the matter and later tables their findings to the Speaker of the National Assembly as well as the Chief Justice. 7 days after receiving this, report, it is tabled in the National Assembly, and the report is final and not subject to appeal. So if these claims are substantiated, then this means the president ceases to hold office. The fourth way in which the office of the President of the Republic of Kenya can be declared vacant is if the president is impeached. Oh yes, a president can be impeached. So a member of the National Assembly, supported by at least a third of all the members, moves this motion. This can be on the ground of either gross violation of a provision of this constitution, or where there are serious reasons to believe that the president has committed a crime under national or international law. Or finally, for gross misconduct. So if this motion is moved and 2/3 of all members of the National Assembly support it, then the Speaker of the National Assembly informs the Speaker of the Senate of this resolution within 2 days. So again, the Speaker of the Senate is required to call for a sitting where they hear the charges against the president, right? In the same sitting, a special committee of 11 members, consisting of 11 members, this being senators, of course, is appointed, and these are the people who hear this matter and decide on it. So the president is allowed to come before this special committee, either by themselves, could be a he or she, or they can be represented, of course, by an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. So they investigate this matter and they report to the Senate within 10 days. So if the special committee reports that the particulars of any allegation against the president have not been substantiated, further proceedings shall not be taken under this article. That means that if the allegations are not substantiated, then that's it, yeah? Hakuna kitu itafanyika. He continues working, he continues being the president. But if the committee, the special committee, finds that these claims have been substantiated against the president, then there's a vote. A vote is put in Senate, right? And at least 2/3 of all, if 2/3 of all members vote to uphold this impeachment, then the president is impeached. He ceases to hold office. So what are the remedies in the event these 4 things, either of these 4 things happen? the deputy president, of course, takes over. So if this happens after the president has resigned, you know, or has resigned, impeached, dies, whatever, after 2 years. So the deputy president takes and completes their term, which is 5 years. If the office of the deputy president is vacant, and this can be because of many reasons, either they were both in an accident, you know, God forbid, the Speaker of the National Assembly then takes over as an acting president, not the president. And elections are supposed to be held within 60 days after the office of the president is declared vacant. Keep it here for more of these updates. My name is Gashambi Ndewishu.